Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon, this is not Pokemon, this is Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. Last time, we arrived in Tonfun, or we explored Tonfun at any rate. We arrived here a little while ago and just didn't do anything. I believe I've got a little bit more to do just talking to NPCs out around here in the upper part of town, because I cut it off a little abruptly last time because I didn't know how long it was going to go. But I think it's, more importantly, we're going to go inside this palatial-looking building over here, and I think I want to do that now, first, because that just seems like a more engaging way to start videos, you know? Leave the errands for later. I don't know if I believe there are monsters in the shadows, but I don't really want to check either. So, we've checked for you, fortunately, you don't have to. We must not stray into shadow, but to stay in Lord Sun's sight, as Emperor Unan instructs us. Alright, so this Emperor Unan guy, we've heard a lot about him, but I don't think we've met him yet. I assume we're going to soon. Lady Hinechu lives on the far side of the pond. She's sister-in-law of Emperor Unan. San Royal is mother to Ryoku and Hoju. Alright, we've met them. Besides having lost her husband to war, both of her children are missing. And also kind of knuckleheads, for being real. Let's see. My job is to sound the gong if enemies attack. I just ring it for fun. If I just ring it for fun, everyone gets mad. I wonder if that's going to be, like, plot relevant soon. The gong going off or something like that. So, this is Lady Hinochu's room. I guess this is across the pond. If the gong sounds, I must respond immediately, so I never really relax. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Why do I feel like, for some reason, I feel like you're going to have something a little bit, who has mind read? Sveta has mind read. I feel like you're going to have something a little bit more interesting than usual to say if I read your mind. I have to relax. Not every little sound is the gong. Alright. Not really. So let's go up to the top of the tower. We've got a bit of a party up here, I see. Oh, the Lady Hinoshi wasn't the one I just talked to. That's her. She was just one of the attendants. The others tell me that I must accept that Ryoku and Hoju are dead. This I cannot do. Actually, Hoju was, like, normal. Ryoku was a little bit of a loose cannon, wasn't he? Member of the Sonnen royal family triggered the grave eclipse in the hopes of saving his sister. Alright. Congratulations. After his father was killed in Morgul's revolt, he escaped to Teira village with his sister. Alright. And his sister... this young girl is Ryoku's sister. She was held prisoner in Belinsk in the aftermath of Morgul's revolutions. She seems to inspire a fierce devotion in all who know her, as evidenced by her brother in the villages of Teira. Alright. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing much of them anymore. It seems like that plot thread has been wrapped up, but I don't know. Maybe it'll come back. I'm not really expecting it to, though. If only my husband had not been slain, his Echo Gem would have found Hoju easily. Tell me more. You have my attention. These gems are only useful in pairs. Each taps into the holder's life force to emit light and communicate with the other stone. So it's basically some sort of high fantasy quantum entanglement, faster than light communication. Alright. Lady Hinochi smiles with her mouth, but not her eyes. I fear they won't smile until her children return. So, if I have to go back to Teira village, Teria, whatever it was called, I can yell at them and tell them to get back over here, and then everything will be back to normal. Alright. So that's your personality established. I'm just gonna check a pot and nothing's gonna happen. If I go out here, is this just a balcony, or this is just a balcony? Oh, I can walk on the roof. Cool. I cannot walk on that roof, but I can... I have slap equipped. I can go, use Carpe Retractum over here. And that's gonna allow me to jump onto this little cliff by the waterfall, and because this is a video game, you always gotta check behind the waterfall. I see what looks like suspiciously like a door down there, but I don't know if that's just my imagination. I don't see a green dot on the map. Okay, so through the bamboo grove, how can I get down there? Can I get down there? I see there is a sprout, so it looks like I could grow the sprout and climb up, but maybe not the other way around. All right. Enough of that for now. What about out this way? Can I hop across the pond? I can. How far can I hop across the pond? Wait, I can go farther in that direction. Hang on. Did not see one of them. That doesn't lead me anywhere. This just leads me back to the beginning. Alright, that was a little bit of a letdown, but you can't always have cool secret hidden things, I guess. If I go out the other way, the east side of the palace, one, there's something back here. Is that just going to lead me into a... Alright. Later. Wait. Not later, while I'm here. This looks like... Yeah, alright. I was hoping to find a kitchen or a storeroom or something. That's an empty pot. Maybe I can raid one of these, a well-built wooden box. There's a couple of stoves here. The seafood soup is chock full of mussels and other shellfish. It might be too delicious. There's something in that one. That's going to be a hard nut. That's defense. You'd think I would know what the stat buffing items do by now, but who got the hard nut? Raise defense permanently, yes. So let's go and use this on whose defenses are a little bit lacking. Aeolio was kind of squishy. Spheta was definitely squishy. I definitely want to raise Spheta's defenses. Alright. And are we going to find anything else in any of these barrels? Maybe. Not going to check them all. So if I go in this way, this is another one of the, alright, servants' quarters or something. Emperor Unan's brother Kuan was Lord of Morgul before he was killed in the Beastman Revolution. Though Sana is now unified, the Emperor grieves for his brother so badly that he can barely speak. Alright. More family drama plot points. That is a sleep bomb. Probably gonna sell that as soon as I remember and or get the chance. The mysterious land of the Tuaparang. Okay. Wasn't expecting to get a Wikipedia entry here. Decades later, it abruptly reappeared, an enormous... that's a random excerpt from something. I was kind of hoping the drawers, the doors of the cabinet were gonna open when I talked to it, like the one in the lookout cabin back at the beginning of the game, but no. Okay, so basically the royal family here is not too happy, not too cheerful. I don't know if... I'm starting to get the feeling, based on the fact that, like, everyone is talking about them, that Hojo and Ryoku are gonna come back into the fold at some point, contrary to what I said about 5 minutes ago. But, let's see. The real important thing, every gamer would agree, would be to come out this way, through the bamboo grove, and... Can I get through the bamboo grove? No? Can I at least grow this from here? Why did I go all the way over there? Growth. Can I grow that through the tree? I can. So, that's interesting. That's going to involve a little bit of running around. So, let me just double back through this side of the palace. And, we're totally just going to go barging through Lady Hinochu's room. And, use the balcony up here to jump on the roof, and then we'll see where we can go from there. I kind of hope that this is that whatever's in this treasure chest is worth it. Like, this isn't a difficult puzzle to solve, but it did involve me running in a big circle to get to it, so none too pleased about that. Alright, so now I can go climb down here, and if I open this, that is going to give me a bow of some sort. That is a dragon bow, alright. I like dragons and I like bows. That was... I don't know what any of the menus that I'm looking for here are, do I? The dragon bow is going to be in Karis's inventory, I believe, and that's also going to be an item for her. So that's going to raise Karis's attack by 11 points. Anyone else? Alright, that's going to raise Amidi's attack by 15 points, but Amidi's not in my party, so I'm just going to equip that to Karis. Alright. Good job. So let's get out of here, and let me think. I guess, is that it? Do I just have to go up the stairs to the big room where I'm sure the king or emperor or whatever his official title was is waiting for me? Let's go and do that. And to get there, instead of going through the palace, I'm just gonna go use this hoppity puzzle, get back to the front door. Maybe it'll be a little quicker. And up the stairs. Alright, so before we go... Ooh, look! More balcony. Anything cool? No? Just a lookout? Well, that's valid too. Alright. So, the way to get to his room is that little circular hobbit hole off to the side, not this... Oh, this is his throne and he's just not sitting there. Okay, I get it. I think one of the other, I can't remember where, but I think one of the other... It might have been in Morgul, one of the other castles was set up like this too. Anyway, Lord Kuan and Emperor Unan were as close as any brothers I've known. Then came the Morgul Revolution. So, again, we're talking about family tragedies. I almost said family drama, but that usually implies that, like, someone had to start it. But, you know, dying, not really in the same category. I do wish to meet with him, yes. Who is it? Pardon me, but are you not the Master Sage, Kraden? I am most pleased you have come. Please enter. And the game is going to lag as everyone diverges from the main character a little bit. Thank you for all coming. We have heard much of the wisdom of Emperor Unan. It is a great honor to meet you. And I, in turn, had heard much of the great knowledge, heard much of the knowledge of the great scholar Kraden. The honor is entirely mine. All right, can we skip the formalities, please? We've introduced basically every conversation with a new character like this these days. May we assume, Your Majesty, that you already know the eclipse across the continent? I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore. I've heard legends of it from a Morgul storyteller once, but nothing could have prepared me for the reality. When Sana occupied Morgul, I visited my brother there for a time and learned much of its culture. As I understand it, we have whoever activated Luna Tower to blame for the catastrophe. I'm just gonna pretend not to have been there. We bear some of the responsibility. Amidi! Amidi! Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth now. We bear some of the responsibility, though the consequences are beyond even our wildest nightmares. Some of the responsibility. Amidi! God. Alright, Kraden, give me some duct tape. Alright. Well, it was the Tua Parang who are really responsible. Tua Parang is in the self-styled Zenith tribe. But the one who actually turned it on was a Sanan boy named Ryoku. Alright, yeah, that's, normally my reaction to these things is laugh, but I feel like this isn't gonna go over too well, starting in about 3, 2, 1. Hey, if your sister was gonna be boiled alive unless you did something, what would you have done? Ryoku and his sister. Alright, we heard that Ryoku and Hojo were somehow connected to the Sanan royal family. What's the matter? Ryoku is my brother's son. So Hojo is my niece, yes. But at least now I know that both are alive before the eclipse. Alright, he admittedly took that better than I thought he was going to. I felt like finding out that they were alive and also that they started this whole mess was just gonna be like, you know, too much to take in at once, but... Alright, I sent a ship to Morgul to rescue them once we had news that they were there. And the ship... it has not returned. We were separated from them just before the eclipse. I hope they were able to avoid the monsters. I don't imagine there is any way of knowing. I got a good feeling about it. I'm sure they made it. I want nothing more than to see them alive again, but prayer seems my only recourse. In any case, as Emperor, I cannot be seen to show too much emotion, even over a loss of my own kin. But enough about my woes. May I be introduced to your companions? They are descendants of the famed Warriors of Vale. This is Michael, son of Isaac. Ah, the Warriors of Vale. If you please, Your Majesty, my name is Karis. I'm Tyrell. I'm called Reef, Your Majesty. I'm not related to the Warriors of Vale, but please call me Amidi. Do we know that for sure? I remember speculating that Amidi's dad was actually, like, Piers or something, because he apparently had blue hair and funny powers or something like that. But I don't think that's been confirmed or, like, deconfirmed, refuted yet. We actually haven't heard about it in a really long time. I'm not related either, as you can clearly see. I'm Sveta, of the Fang tribe. I'm just Aeolio. You all honor me with your presence. I guess Aeolio gets a bit of an honorary mention as being the only character who we, like, met in Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Even if he was, what, like 2 years old at the time, just barely starting to talk. But now I must know, Kraden, what brings you and your companions here? What do you seek? Your Majesty, would you be kind enough to let us see the items that your army brought back from Morgul? Your palace has secret doors, I love it. This is my favorite town in the game. Your Majesty, what? Actually, did Belinsk have some secret tunnels too? Well, I guess it had the catacombs underneath. I don't know if that really counts. But anyway, this was part of Emperor Ko's so-called hidden road by which he brought treasures into the country. So, smuggling. Great. I can think of no better use for them than to give to those who fight to end the eclipse. You would grant us treasures without even asking why we want them? Are you not curious? I have looked at you and heard you speak. If you can bring the eclipse to an end, no treasure is too dear. Alright. So, that was briefer than I was expecting it to be. Firstly, I'm just gonna go search in your pot, see if you've left any treasure down there. The hidden road, whatever it was called. Okay, treasure. I'm not sure what I was expecting. The Lord Sun's Ring. That is a synergy star. Psi crystal, whatever. Don't really use those. No, wait, there's something at the bottom. It's just somebody's gum. Hey, put it in your pocket. You never know when you might need it. And lastly, we have, are those the Umber Gauntlets? Umber Gauntlets. Alright, so that's going to be something else for Sveta. Should I go and start equipping those right now for Sveta? Inventory. One, because, like, role-playing. And two, because this one actually does raise my defense. Let's go and equip this. Who had the Umber Cowl? That was one of these two. Can't say I remember. Prophet's Hat. Lord Sun's Ring. I don't appear to have a ring equipped yet. Boost critical, sure. Why not? And... Alright, so, Himi over here has the Umber Cowl. So that is... Oh, that's actually gonna raise, Sveta's defense by a little bit. I don't know why I thought it didn't. Was I thinking of someone else, or was I just, like, misreading the numbers? Alright, let's get out of there. You were looking for an old map of Morgul? Sure, I like maps. Sadly, I gave the map to my brother some time ago. If anyone has it now, it'll be his son, Ryoku. Okay, so that's going to put a little virtual imaginary quest marker on our next objective. As far as I know, this game doesn't have like actual quest markers or anything like that, but I don't actually know where he is. My first instinct would be... No. My first instinct would be to go back to Morgul. Oh, God. Can I, like, top screen or bottom screen this so that I can, like, use the stylus? No. Belinsk Castle. Anyway, my first instinct would be to go back to Belinsk. I think... I was looking around for, like, super bosses in this game. I was trying to avoid, like, story spoilers and stuff, but I was looking for, like, super bosses that I might fight. And I think I saw that if I had not immediately taken off on Briggs' ship, I could have gone back to the Opera House and done something. I don't know if that's still an option. I should probably try. But maybe I'll go there next. Anyway, there are still some NPCs that I'd like to talk to, because I don't believe I've talked to everybody up on this upper side of town yet. We do have that genie. I wonder how I can get to that genie. I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, scare it down or something, because... Can I push any of these off and, like, create a bridge by any chance? No? Alright, we'll make a mental note to come back to that. Maybe I can talk to the NPCs. With Ko and Woe both gone, Sana is peaceful at last. It is a relief not to be at war. Emperor Unan has given orders not to go west of Tonfun unless absolutely necessary. West of Tonfun, so that would be like via the the Great Wall, right? I had too much to carry, so I wait for the ferry boat, but it never comes. Alright. See if I can go in here and see anything. I didn't see like a stairs or a door or anything up on the roof. No stove in here either. So I don't think I can just like go out through the back door and end up on the roof or anything. But let's see, what are you? You're the item vendor. All right, so you've got a couple more items than previous ones did, but it's not that many really. Nothing in the drawers, just an empty pot. Yeah, there's not many like regular items that you can buy. Usually in a role-playing game, you could buy a whole bunch of stuff, and I wonder, can I just use like insight or something here, and see if there's anything. No. I remember in the Lost Age, there was one genie that someone would give you as a reward for a quest. And I haven't, like, completely ruled that out as a possibility for something that... This one just has a ladder. I haven't completely ruled that out as a possibility for ways to get genie in this game, although I don't think we've seen any like that. Anyway. Let's see. Is there anything in here? This one's not like... This one's just a house. There's no sign on the door. I wonder why they built the Endless Wall. For that matter, I wonder who built it. The Endless Wall extends west of Sana. It was made in ancient days, like all the best stuff. Alright. Some sort of jelly made from almonds, served with fresh fruit. A decadent dessert, to be sure. I feel like I've seen that in, like... I've seen that description in, like, boba or something at some point over the years. Almond jelly with fruit. Rumors say that there's a really valuable gem hidden in Lady Hinochu's room. I wonder how valuable. Okay, do I have to go back and, like, steal it? It's kind of exciting. Maybe I'll end the video off by doing that, because I think I'm pretty much done exploring the back of Sana here. Silver Vest. Alright, we'll equip that in a second. Candied chestnuts, a Tonfin favorite. It takes all day to make them, but only minutes to eat a whole batch. Alright. So, who has the, Here we go. Silver Vest. It doesn't seem to have any special effect. And it definitely isn't going to raise my attack. I mean, defense. Or my attack, for that matter. Alright. I don't know if that's an indication that we could have been here earlier, and if we'd come here earlier in the game, that might have been a better piece of equipment. But, oh, there's a Sanctum, too. Probably not going to see anything interesting in the Sanctum, but once in a while, yeah. No. If I talk to you from behind the desk, no. Just an empty pot? No, don't talk to it again. Alright. Anyway, so if I go back to Lady Sana's room... I'm also not seeing any, like, interesting hints as to how I might get this genie. There's no ladder on this one, as far as I can see. And I didn't see anything when I tried to use, Reveal or Insight or whatever earlier, did I? Oh, there's two synergy that I can use on you. One is Mind Read. Hang on. What was the other one? I don't recognize the other one. That lazy ferryman is probably asleep somewhere while my customers wait. Alright. Do I have to, like, give you an item or something like that? There were a couple of quests where I had to, like, give people items in the last game. But I think if that was the case, it would have popped up a menu screen when I talked to him. What is that other symbol, though? It's like a frowny face or something. Do I have to, like, slap you or something? Search? This animation is very long. Nothing interesting. Well, I don't know. This is probably the first genie in the game that's, like, actually confused me. I don't see any obvious thing that I might have to do later. Alright. Well, let's go back to the Queen's room, or the Queen-in-Law, or the... I don't know what exactly relation that would be. It's his sister-in-law, whatever. And we're gonna search for the gems. And who knows, maybe there will be something that the gems let us do that will allow us to get up to the genie. Otherwise, I'll just end it here. This video has been pretty much entirely talking to people and no, like, actually doing anything. So, I could check every single pot and whatnot, but if I were to use search... Oh, you know what? I think that's not a synergy. I think that's just your mood. So, angry face, sad face. If I were to use this on some of the other NPCs. Unhappy. Alright. Interesting. You're blocking my way. You're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything, but you're blocking my way, which tells me that's probably where the treasure is. Alright. Interesting. So we'll have to come back here later, definitely. I'm gonna end this off. My name is Dragonite. This has been Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Next time, we're going to be going and... I guess I said I'd go back to Belinsk, and after that I want to go look at the mysterious sealed doors. A couple things to do, I think. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.